Good evening. This is the Avant-Garde Gamer, and I'm about to start off with my um, recap of the Game 2 of the 1982 Oakland Athletics season replay, partial. So, the second game of the season, I picked to replay was the California Angels coming in to meet the A's. Mike Norris will be on the mound for the Oakland, and Jeff Zahn, the left-hander, will be pitching for the Angels. So, here's Mike here. I actually used a compilation of my 1979 and 1983 sets to get as close as I could to the teams. I had to do a bit of rearranging. So anyway, Rod Carew is first up, playing first for the Angels, and we draw a PB3, and the random number is 77, and he'll hit it into center field for the out. One away. Next up, Bobby Grich. I tried to go as close as I could with some minor adjustments as far as the as-played lineups. Grich, 741, and he draws a walk. And here comes Freddie Lynn with his 1979 39 homer near Triple Crown card for the Red Sox, so gets a 10 and an 88, and that's a right versus left batter, so it singles into center field. So we have runners on first and second with one out. And next, Reggie Jackson, 576. The ball's hit out into right field, and that'll be out number 2. And here's the MVP of the 79s. He's in the card anyway for Don Baylor, and he is playing left field today. So he hits, let's see, 462 on the pitcher's card. That'll be hit over to the hot corner, and who is it? Klutz will pick it up and sling over to first, and that's out number 3. All right, and here come the Oakland Athletics. Zahn is getting his pitches in. So Ricky Henderson steps up to the plate for 27 on Zahn's card, and that will be a strikeout. As Ernie Harwell would have said, he sits there by the side of the house, by the side of the road, and watches it go by. And Dwayne Murphy, 785. That's on the pitcher's card. It hits it to shortstop, and that's out number 2. Next up in the third hole is Cliff Johnson. 785, and he also hits it to the shortstop, and that's 3 away. 3 up, 3 down. Out come the Angels, and Doug DeSensei is up with his 1983 card. So that's a 544 on the pitcher's card, and he draws a walk. Brian Downing steps up to the plate, 574, and he lines it hard to the shortstop, and that's out number 1. Tim Foley, formerly of the Pirates and the Mets, he steps up, playing at short today. He nubs it down to first base, and he's tagged out. 2 outs. Bob Boone steps up to the plate, formerly of the Phillies. 9-13. And that's a hit into left field. And so there's runners on first and second. Rod Carew steps up to the plate. On the pitcher card, 672. He hits it to second base. They get the force at second. Flips it to the shortstop, and so there's 1 hit, 0 runs, and 2 left. Back come the A's. Bottom of the second. Tony Armas, and this is the year before he goes to Boston in the trade. So this is going to be on his card. It's a 12-84, and he grounds out to second base. Mickey Klutz, 8-86. He grounds out to short. Joe Rudy, formerly of the Angels and the A's, back in Oakland for 1 year. And it's an 11, it's a 22. Base hit to right field. Davey Lopes, formerly of the Dodgers, he steps up. I think this is his only year in Oakland. And it's a 758. He lines it hard right at the third baseman. So, the score is 0-0. Top of the third. Norris, up comes Bobby Grich, and we'll be using his card. He hit, I believe, 30 homers in 79. That's the card we're using. And so 10-31, that's on Grich's card. It's a triple to center field. Bounces off the wall and away from the center fielder. And he makes it all the way over there. Fred Lynn steps up to the plate, 568 on the pitcher's card, grounds to third base, and Gretsch will hold at third. 1 out. Reggie Jackson, 878. And he grounds it to the shortstop, and Gretsch will be holding at third. Don Baylor, 1026. That's a double to center field. In comes Gretsch, and Baylor gets an RBI. Next up, the Sensei, 884, grounds it down to first baseman, who steps to make on the base to make the out. In the bottom of the third, Jeff Newman steps up to the plate. He's his last year in Oakland before he heads over to the Red Sox in that trade with Armas. And this will be on his card, 1178, and he flies out to right field. Rod Piccolo hits it, and it's a 968, and he hits it down to third base, and that'll be out number 2 for Piccolo. And next we have Ricky Henderson. 2 outs, nobody on. 271 on the pitcher's card. And that's a liner right at the shortstop, and he snags it. All right. Pardon the interruption. We've got the climate control here. And so, top of the fourth, Brian Downing. So, Norris will pitch, and it's a 482 on the pitcher's card, and he flies out to center field. Tim Foley, he hits it a 6. Actually, he misses it, and that'll be a strikeout. Take your seat, Tim. 2 outs. Bob Boone, 1156. He hits it up the middle to the shortstop, who slings it over to first. Out number 3. All right. And in the bottom of the fourth, Zahn will pitch to Dwayne Murphy, 1141, strike 3. He goes down. Next up, Cliff Johnson, personal favorite of mine, 946. He draws a walk. Tony Armas, 714, and that is a single to left field. So we have runners on first and second. Mickey Klutz comes up. A pretty decent Toronto 1983 card here. And 252, that's a fly out to left field. And that's out number 2. Old Joe Rudy. 21, that's a base hit into right field. And bases are loaded for Davy Lopes, who hails from Rhode Island. 248 hits it to the shortstop, who throws home and nails Johnson at the plate. And that'll be it for the 4th. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left. Okay. Okay, Norris will be facing, well, let's see. Hold on. My card's the lineup a little off here. So, Rod Carew from Panama steps up. 674. He pops it up and down by the third base line, and that'll be Lopes who snags it. Bobby Grich, 1021, and that's a base hit into right field. Next up, Freddie Lynn, 461, hits it down to the second baseman, who tosses it to the shortstop over to first, and that's a double play. Down go the Angels. Right. All right. So, bottom of the 5th, Jeff Newman, the catcher, steps up to the plate. 831 on his card, and it's high, it is far, it is deep to right field, and it's out of here. And it's a tie game. Zahn a little disgusted with himself. Rob Piccolo, the shortstop, he swings away. 10-13 base hit into left field. Ricky Henderson, the legend, he draws a walk on a 5:34 on the pitcher's card. First and second, Dwayne Murphy, 4-6-3 double play, and Henderson will, actually Piccolo will go to third. Does he? Yep. Cliff Johnson once again. Who is it? Cliff Johnson? Oh, not Cliff's turn. It's Dwayne Murphy. Number 2 in the lineup. My mistake. On the pitcher's card, 553. Okay, we just covered that. I must have had a few too many beers like Harry Carey in the booth. He had 1 or 2 per game. Okay, Cliff Johnson, 587, and since he's a right-hander, that'll be a pop-up to the catcher. Oops, there we go. All right. Top of the 6th, game tied at 1. Reggie Jackson, Mr. October. Here's the pitch, 7:42. He draws a walk. Don Baylor, 6:83. Flies out to left field. 1 out. Yeah, okay. And DeSensei, it's on the pitcher's card, and that'll be 524. Strikes him out. And here comes Downing. 7:72. He grounds it to first base, and that's all she wrote. No runs, no hits, no errors. Okay, up comes Tony Armas. 6:13, base hit into left field. Mickey Klutz is up next on the pitcher's card. 4:44, and that's hit into left field, and he snags it for the out. Joe Rudy, 6:53, 5-4-3 double play. And that'll be it for the A's. Game seems to be moving along today. The A's won the first game of the series 3-2 with a walk-off in the bottom of the 9th. This is my first replay. I didn't play that one. So Tim Foley, 7:18. He strikes out. Bob Boone, 5:74. Hits it to right field for the out. Rod Carew on the pitcher's card, 4:15, and that's a single right up the middle. And Bobby Grich, 5:74. 5-3, out number 3. 1 hit and 1 left. All right, let's see. Back come the A's. Davey Lopes, bottom of the 7th. Pardon me. 8:38. He struck him out. One away, Jeff Newman, who homered last time, I think. 786, 4-3, and that's out number 2. And Piccolo, he won't be hitting. In comes the Heath bar. If I can find him. Mike Heath will be hitting. So, and he struck him out. So we need a shortstop, and that'll be Fred Chicken Stanley. Will be playing on the field. And all right, so I don't know why Gritch is there. Wynn steps up to the plate. 973, he lines it right at Davey Lopes. 1 out. And Reggie Jackson, 965. Amazingly, that's a walk. That's a very high number. Don Baylor, 752. That's hit well into left field, high and deep, but it's taken at the track. And the Sensei, 426, and Ochenko struck him out. He's actually been pitching. They brought him into the top of the inning. Oh well, sorry about that. Apparently the Angels weren't sure who they were facing. Former Padre. Oh well, we'll just go with it. And let's see. Ricky Henderson. Let's see. I've got to make sure everybody is taken care of here. Okay, there's... I don't want to mess up again here right away. 6-12 on the pitcher's card. And that will be a base hit into left field. And Henderson takes off for second, and he'll be in there for a stolen base. Dwayne Murphy. Let's see. He'll be bunting for a base hit. 18, and he gets it. And Henderson will scurry over to third base. And they will be bringing in a pitcher. Luis Sanchez. He's a righty. And Cliff Johnson. 878. and he hits it to second and throws it over first. And the runner on third will hold. So okay, that's Cliff Johnson. That was him. And a second batter faced by Sanchez will be Armas, and they're not going to take any chances with him. They'll put him on, and so Mickey Klutz, he hits a 412, and that is a right versus a right, so it's not a hit. He pops it up, and that's the second out. Bases loaded. Joe Rudy. And on the pitcher's card, I struck him out. He left the bases full. No runs, 2 hits, 3 left. And that's the way it goes sometimes. All right. So, top of the... We don't want him out there. We want Ochenko. So, few ruffled feathers with Ochenko not being properly announced last time, but he'll shake it off. And Downing, 482. He hits it back to Ochenko, who retires him easily, just lobs it over to first. 1 out. Top of the 9th. Tim Foley, base hit left field on a 687. That's a lefty versus righty. There's really nobody else that I can bring in that's at that caliber. So we're just going with Ochenko, the left-hander. And Boone, he'll try a hit and run, and that'll be a 27, and that'll get the runner over the third, and he's at first. So runners at the corners, nicely executed. Rod Carew, 874, and the third baseman gets it, throws it to first, but throws it to second, but they don't get the double play, and the run scores. It should have gone home with that, but that was on me. So that's California 2-1. Grit steps up. It's on the pitcher's card, 465, 5-3, and that's the third out. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left, and that was a managerial error right there. So, okay. In comes Stan Banson in the save situation. 2-1, no outs. Former Expo. Davey Lopes at the plate. 881. He hits it to the shortstop, slings it over, and 1 out. Jeff Newman, 754, hits it into center field, and that's out number 2. And we're going to have a pinch hitter for Chicken Stanley. And that'll be Dan the Man Meyer, formerly of the Mariners. 823. Oh, hit into the gap. It's a double off the center field wall. And he'll cruise into second, 2 outs. And the tying run is now at second base. Ricky Henderson up at the plate. 783. Hits it into right field, and that is the ball game. So, the A's are now 1-1, as are the Angels. And the win will go to Sanchez. The save will go to Banson, and the loss will go to Ochenko. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.